What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our match reaction here on Anfield Agenda after Liverpool have beaten Ipswich Town by 4-1 to cement our place at the top of the Premier League table. Arsenal won there again by 1-0 as well, so we are as we were before the game. But the big news of the day, I guess, is Bournemouth's 5-0 trouncing of Nottingham Forest, which will certainly put the cat amongst the pigeons there. So we're going to go through, as always, give you my thoughts and, of course, ask you for your thoughts on the game. The Man of the Match poll will be coming up in the live chat soon if you want to have a vote on that one. And, of course, if you would like to submit your player ratings to be included in our player ratings video, the link is pinned to the top of the chat there now where you can submit a Google document form with all of your scores on it. Right, let's get stuck into the chat and see how we're all feeling. So, already people are saying, Dom, Man of the Match easy. Well, you'll get the chance to vote on it, and I suspect you're probably right. That poll will be going up in a second. Connor's just sorting it out there as we speak. Yes, Craig, what a win today for the boys, said Patrick Williams. And yes, look, we wanted a comprehensive win. We got a comprehensive win. Of course, it would have been nicer to have kept the clean sheet at the end, and I'm sure Virgil and the defence won't be happy about that one. But all in all, it was a comfortable victory, and I take it. You know, it's exactly what we wanted, needed, and what we did. Great to see the opening goal come from Dominic Szoboszlai, and what a great goal it was. Beautiful ball from Konate between the lines. Dom then initially takes it on his right foot, skims back onto his left foot and drills it into the corner. It was a great finish. Salah got the second, and then it was a brace from Cody Gakpo. One with a header and one with a little tap in as well. So yeah, all in all, no complaints there. No new injury concerns or anything we're aware of in the game as well. And the only blot on the copybook is that goal that we conceded. That, of course, would have been nice to keep the clean sheet, but job done. I will ask, how was there not a red card in that game? Because I felt like the challenge on Wataru Endo was a red all day, especially when you see some of the other red card incidents that have been given. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at from the game, and I'm really happy. You know, we get to go into the game against Eindhoven, hopefully make changes there, get the win, and then it's all roads to Bournemouth. Right, first super chat, Blue Chew Dom, easy choice. There you go. I get the reference this time. I get it. Great win, said Tom, this weekend. On to PSV midweek, and then a big weekend of football for the league next weekend. Yes, of course, Liverpool travel to the Vitality to take on Bournemouth, and Arsenal are playing Manchester City next weekend as well. Manchester City kicking off in a 5:30 game this evening against Chelsea, so we will make sure the match reaction's wrapped up for you guys to go and watch that. Trent was magnificent today, said Big Mo, and I thought he did have a very good game. Delicious delivery for Cody Gakpo's goal as well. And look, I thought there was very few poor performances out there today in a Liverpool shirt. I think most of the lads can feel satisfied with their afternoon's work. And most importantly, it's another game ticked off on the road to hopefully league title number 20. And every week that goes by and every week that we get a win is a week where teams have less of a chance to catch us. And the opportunistic side of me feels like this is going to be our league this year. Stevie Boy said, good win, but is Mo Salah immune from being subbed? Look, I'm the same as everybody else. Appreciate Mo when he's on the pitch, but yes, when the games are in the bag and he's got himself a goal already, I agree with you. Why not rest him up and keep him fresh for the business end of the season? You know, seeing Federico come off the bench to get 5+ stoppage time again, it's not going to give him much. Good to see Dan's get a run out though and get some minutes. Darwin came off the bench. Don't think any of the substitutes really set the world on fire, if I'm being honest. But again, you're coming into a game where Liverpool are already comfortable at that point. Christian said, love the result, fantastic win, but I'm a bit frustrated that Chiesa got so few minutes. Happy to see Elliot and Endo get minutes. Trent played well, sadly didn't score. Yeah, he was so close to scoring today, Trent, Christian, wasn't he? One that hit the post, which was very unlucky. He was digging the ball out from behind him a little bit. And then he had a rasper of a strike from the edge of the box as well. And the ball was moving throughout the air. Keeper was nowhere near it, and it just dropped the wrong side of the post. So, yeah, it was a good day. It was pretty much what you would have wanted on a day like today, bar the clean sheet. It's your birthday, Wesley. Happy birthday to you, mate. Not signing Marmouche is bad. There's blood on our hands with FSG again. Look, let's not get into an FSG rant. on the match day. Plenty of time for that in the remainder of the transfer window, and I'll be speaking about it. But today, let's just focus on the good stuff and enjoy the victory, which again is yet another one for Arne Slot. Mohamed Salah now has moved on to 100 goals for Liverpool, I think, past Thierry Henry in the goal scoring charts as well. So again, another good day for the great man. I'm so happy to see Cody get himself a brace today as well. He always chips in with a few headed goals, Cody Gakpo, but he had the striker's instinct as well to follow up when the keeper parried for his first goal, which was great to see. A great win today, said Mikey. Do you think Liverpool should recall Stefan from his loan? No, I think Liverpool are happy with how things are going with Bajcetic, from what I can gather, over at Salzburg. It'll be interesting to see now if Jayden Danns does go out on loan before the end of the month. Or I say before the end of the month, it's the 3rd of February, the window closes. Cody is so good. Happy from, said Guilherme. Slot has been amazing so far, but his biggest criticism would be his lack of substitutions earlier in the game. Yeah, for me, look, I just get the feeling at the minute that he just doesn't trust Chiesa. And at this point, I've no other real conclusion that I can come to. He's had the time to get fit. He's been on the bench for a few games now, and he's only getting a handful of minutes at the end. And I think it kind of probably speaks volumes that he put Jayden Danns on that pitch today earlier than he put Federico Chiesa. So I think everybody wanted to see a bit more of Fede. Everybody wanted to see Mo get a breather as well. But these are questions, I guess, that only the manager can answer. So, by the way, if you want to vote in the man of the match, the poll is Cody Gakpo, Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister and Trent Alexander-Arnold. So, feel free to vote away. Football and Cartoon Fanatic said now to watch Marmoush flop at City. We can but hope, mate. We can but hope. Did you see what Bournemouth did to Forest today? Yes. Now, I don't equate that to what they'll do against us next week, Adam. But it's certainly a statement victory for Bournemouth. 5-0 over a Nottingham Forest team that we haven't been able to beat this season. So it's certainly a big result for them. And a big setback there for Forest as well. Pickle Rick said too many changes. I think you're right to make the changes though when the game's that comfortable. It may have led to perhaps us being switched off a bit for the equaliser. I think it was Elliot that didn't track his man for that. At least according to the chat, I haven't seen it back yet. But look, again, I want us to make changes, and if it means we can see the sloppy goal at the end of a game, I'd rather that than an injury. Right, this is VVD's 209th win as a Liverpool player, by the way. 47 draws and 44 losses, an incredible stat there for Virgil, and thank you, Mark, for sending that on. Let's run through some of the numbers from the game, ladies and gentlemen, and as you can see, Liverpool had 71% possession to Ipswich's 29%. Total shots, 16 for Liverpool, 6 on target, 3 for Ipswich, 3 on target. Dangerous attacks, 122 for Liverpool, 23 for Ipswich. Corners, actually weirdly, more for the away side, 4 corners for Ipswich, 3 for Liverpool. Total passes, Liverpool got through a very respectable 740 passes with a 90% pass accuracy success rate. Ipswich 305 passes, 78% pass accuracy. So, yeah, we dominated the game on all aspects, including the scoreline. And, yeah, it's job done today. That's honestly the way I look at it. No new injuries, job done. Would have liked some changes earlier like everybody else, but ultimately, I'm happy as a Liverpool fan. And Namon, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, bro. Appreciate you. Orbamba said, some are unhappy with the subs, but I thought it was okay. Next we play against PSV. We don't need to play our first team for that. It's more important to prepare against Bournemouth. I think people are just a little bit confused as to why Mo never ever gets taken off. And it's not from the point of view of people not thinking he's good enough for it. And it's to protect him and give him a breather. And when we're getting to the business end of the season now, and as you said, a tricky game against Bournemouth next week, I think you should take every chance you can to rest him. Kanade as well was another one that I was surprised finished the 90 today. We know he's playing and carrying some pain in his knee. So why not bring Kwanzaa off and give Kanade a breather when the game's already won? That and the Chiesa stuff, I think, is just what has some people frustrated. What minute was Chiesa brought on? 85. 85. The Champions League's a lottery. We need to concentrate on the league. Well, it's actually not at this point, Kelvin. Once the group stage is sorted out, you can see and plot your pathway through to the final. I know what you mean by you can't, a knockout stage, that can happen. But we will. There's no draws anymore. You'll plot the way through and you'll see the pathway. Mikey said, it's a shame we didn't keep the clean sheet, but I'm happy with the win. Yeah, so am I. Absolutely. I predicted 3-0, 4-1. I'd have preferred the 3-0 because it would have been the clean sheet. But yeah, look, I'll take a 4-1. And it was lovely to not have to wait till deep into the second half to find a breakthrough. You know, Dominic Soboslai's opener, if you haven't seen it, it was a very, very good goal. Brilliantly taken. He sells a little dummy first and then gets onto his left foot and drills it into the corner. Have I seen Arsenal's red card yet? I have. It's a disgrace. Never should have been a red card. Never, ever, ever. I actually thought the challenge on Endo was far more of a red card than the Arsenal. And Arsenal can feel very unlucky about that red. And I would dare say they should appeal it because it was a yellow. You know, we've seen that so many times in football. Stopping an attack, little clip of the back heel, it's a yellow all day, every day. And that red was a farce. Bournemouth and Everton next two Premier League games going to be very tough. Well, it shouldn't necessarily be. Like, I know Everton are our city rivals and they beat us last year, but they're not very good. So, you know, I don't think we should be working ourselves up into a tizzy of fear over Bournemouth and Everton. You know, it's the Premier League and no games are easy. But remember one thing. We are top of the league. And we're top of the league for a reason. Because we're the best team in England. Salah not being taken off makes me fear they're allowing him to chase what records he can before he leaves Liverpool. I can't say anything to that, mate. You know, I have no idea why he isn't or why he... I've no idea. You can only ask Arne Slot these questions. But I just feel, and I think lots of people feel, that we want them sharp and fit as best as possible for the business end of the season. And, you know, in England, with the amount of games that clubs have and the extended games in the Champions League, you should take every opportunity you can to give some of these boys a rest. Again, to help prevent injuries as well. When are we doing the ratings? Like I always do, mate, after the match reaction. And the link's pinned to the top of the chat if you'd like to submit your player ratings, and then we will average them out and compare them with mine in the match ratings video. Bruno said, not that frustrated with Case only getting a few minutes because I think he'll have plenty more game time against PSV. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. You know, it'd be nice to see a bit more of him. Ash said, Bournemouth smashed Newcastle and Forest. Right. And we aren't Newcastle or Forest. Beat Arsenal and City at home. Cool. And we aren't Arsenal, we aren't City. Look, mate, I'm not going into the game scared. If you want to go into the game scared, that's on you, no problem. You know, you're free to fear it as much as you want. But, you know, if I'm the manager, I'm saying go in there and show why you're top of the league. Go down to that vitality and show that you're the best team in the league. Go win it, break Arsenal hearts a little bit more, and then put the pressure on them as they play Man City. You know, it's a difficult game, but I don't get the scare factor, you know. If we're at our best, we win. Namon, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Very kind of it. And thank you for being a member with us for 15 months. John Power said, job done. Love this community. Thank you, John. It is, yeah, job done. And that's exactly what we wanted. I'm very grateful for no new injury concerns today as well. And thank you, John, for being with us 12 months. Beating Bournemouth on Saturday will be massive. Arsenal play on Sunday. Yeah, I love when we get to play ahead of the chase and pack. So if we can get the victory at the Vitality against Bournemouth, you're right, it puts massive pressure on Arsenal, who entertain Manchester City. City have got new players in. They want to make sure they get back into the Champions League football next season. And they want to try and fight back. So it's going to be a very interesting game. And I hope we can watch it after putting the points away against Bournemouth, because it has the potential to be a rather decisive weekend in the Premier League. If Arsenal even draw, let's say, and we win, that's 8 points with a game in hand. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it next weekend. It's going to be a good week. Layla said, Trent is a very good player. He's getting better as time goes on. Please advise him to not destroy his career by going to Spain. Look, we all want Trent to stay. And Virgil and Mo. And I firmly believe that they've been lowballed. Because I find it more than a coincidence that 5 players won't sign contracts they've been given. It all smacks of cheapness from the owners to me. But what's your opinion on what Slot is doing with Lucho? I think he just doesn't feel like he has a number 9 at the club that he can rely upon yet. You know, Jota wasn't available today, so he wasn't an option. Darwin, he clearly doesn't feel is that guy. And I think Luis Diaz playing through the middle is more necessity than design. I think he's better on the left, so I think it speaks to more the fact that we just don't have that striker there that Arne Slot feels is the right fit. Craig, I missed the game, but hopefully we didn't get any injuries. No, Nazar, no injuries that I'm aware of, bro. No new ones anyway. Jones wasn't on the bench today, so he obviously has succumbed to that injury he picked up midweek. Again, Gomez and Jota we knew weren't going to be in the squad. Gakpo, 2 goals, 1 assist. Man of the match, said Iman. Well, it's there to vote. I have no influence over who you guys vote for. It is a 2-horse race between Gakpo and Szoboszlai. So, you know, if you want to have your say and you want to make it count, vote away. Bournemouth will be a hard game, but I'm not worried, said Paul White. Yeah, look, they deserve respect, of course. You know, they're playing some great football under Iriola. But I don't fear any team in the Premier League. But it is the Premier League, and there's no gimmies. There's no real easy games in it. You got to go out there, be honest, and earn the right to win. Shane said Bournemouth are actually incredible. Well, you know what? Part of me thinks, when are we going to see Richard Hughes put out some of those signings in the Liverpool context? But you certainly have to take notice of that result today. 5-0 against a Forest team who nobody's really done that to. Certainly not us anyway. So, yeah, good result for them. Craig, I saw an Arsenal fan saying there's almost no sporting merit to us winning the league due to corruption injuries to our competitors. Yeah, let me just say this very clearly. Fuck each and every one of those arseholes. Arsenal never credit anyone. They're a classless group of fans. Every single fucking content creator out there, except Lee Gunner. They're all classless. And they said when we won the league the last time, we'd only won it because of COVID. And this time it'll be because of injuries. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because them fucking clowns won't be winning it. And they can watch on while Virgil van Dijk and Arne Slot celebrate winning the league and maybe the European Cup. And they can sit in their little bitter fandom and sit there and cry arse about it and have their winnow meters and everything else that makes them a laughing stock. But ultimately, it just shows no class. No sporting merit, no class. I've said all the way through, from the start of the season, if Arsenal win the league, I'll be on here with a sincere congratulations to them, and I meant it. But I'm not surprised to see the state of their behaviour, because all they have is, it's never our fault, it should have happened, it's everybody else's fault, it's corruption, it's injuries. Fuck each and every last one of those clowns. Don't pay attention to them. Enjoy it. You need to stop being hysterical about signing players. No, I don't. I'll say whatever I want. And if you're happy with owners not spending money, then you be you, Charles. But I'll do what I want to do, and your stupid opinion means now to me, mate. So again, don't be coming at me. I'm doing what I do. Nobody drags your dumb ass in here to criticise. I'm going to keep calling out FSG for being cheap, because they're ridiculously cheap. They're an embarrassment to the football club. They're an embarrassment to the fan base. And if you're happy about it, then go cry elsewhere. I'm not, and I'm going to say it. It's a disgrace. And the wage bill is a disgrace. And something's been hidden, and it fucking stinks. And the only people embarrassing here, mate, are you bootlickers that think all this is great and that we're not being shafted. But again, I tried not to talk about them, during the watch along and during the game. But you know, you keep coming in telling me you hate me, but you're everywhere I turn, and I'll worry about me. I'll talk about as much as I want, whenever I want, and all you'll do is watch on, because that's all you can do, bro. They went away to Newcastle, scored 4, winning 4-1, then beat Forest, who've been defensively superb all season, 5-0. Yeah, but that means nothing to me, Shane, because we're playing them next week, and that's the result I'm fussed about. If they beat us next week, I'll be on to say well done Bournemouth and pick the bones out of it from a Liverpool perspective. But, you know, I back our team and our player and managers to go and get the job done. So yeah, I'm no fear going into it. I have respect for Bournemouth, but no fear, mate. We're top of the league. Peaceful protest is legal, mate. Keep banging on about FSC. We're all with you. Look, the tide's turning. Fans are waking up. And these owners need to be held accountable because they're pathetic. Am I not nervous about Bournemouth? No. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not expecting to go there and it to be a walk in the park, but I'm not somebody who buys into results against other teams. You know, anything can happen on the day. Who knows how the Bournemouth game goes next week? I'm certainly not sitting here thinking it's going to be a walk in the park, but I'm also not sitting here scared about it. Again, I'll ask you, look at the league table and who's top of it. It's not Bournemouth, it's not Arsenal, it's Liverpool Football Club. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is because we're the best team in the country, mate. So they should be concerned about us, and we have to go there and prove that we deserve to win the league. Enjoy it. It's I live for this shit. Enjoy every minute of it. Because it's where I've dreamt of being as a Liverpool fan for so many years, you know, seeing us top of the league and being the ones to catch. So enjoy. Patrick said, today we can definitely say how much we missed Dom against Forest and Spurs. Yeah, he was impeccable today. And I'm not surprised to see it's a close call in the man of the match ball between him and Gakpo, because both have very good reasons to be spoken about as man of the match. Bournemouth are not scared of anyone. Why are you all so fucking scared of Bournemouth? Get over yourselves. My God. I'm so glad I'm not in a dressing room with yeah. He buys in all... What? He buys into all the clubs, signing this player and that player. They're all shite. You're nothing but a bell end. You can't spell. So go get yourself an education and then come back when you're not brain dead, Finbar. And then we can have a conversation. Again, you're in my chat, bro. Bring it on. Like, I'm fucking loving this. I'm in all of your heads for nothing because you claim to hate me and think I'm an arsehole, and you're everywhere I turn. I'm winning. Know that. Go to bed at night, be bitter about it and angry about it, but I'm winning. And there's more people on my side than on FSG's side. And the tide is turning. And like I've always said, I don't care what you think of me. I couldn't give a shite. I don't need to verify my life through you. I'm here doing my thing. Didn't knock on your door, didn't ask you to come in, don't give a fuck about your opinion. You're irrelevant to me. Just admit it. I'm in your head. You're jealous. You'd love to be me. And if you met me on the street, you'd only ask me for a picture or to shake my hand. It's okay. You're Craig curious. No problem. Understand it. My wife fought against it for years and eventually succumbed to me. And you will as well. But again, if you want to brown-nose John and FSG, go right ahead. Join all the other top reds and you can march together as real fans. Oh, hang on. You might march, though, before a game. If the prices go up by £2, you might destabilise the club then by marching before Klopp's last European game. How were the top reds then when they cost Jurgen that? So, fuck you and everybody else that doesn't like me. I don't care. Just keep coming in, commenting, making my life easier, making my channel grow, and I'll sit back laughing my arse off at each and every one of you. I hope that clears it up, because I swear to God I don't give a fuck about you. This isn't a dig at you, Craig. I've always been curious on the history of Irish teams supporting English teams. So for me, I learned more about the history of Irish emigration and stuff over to Liverpool after I started supporting the club. So, for me, I fell in love with watching Anfield one night in that Arsenal game, and we lost, and it was the crowd that did it for me and the stadium. And then as I got to know the history of Liverpool and Irish people's emigration on the boat over from Dublin, which landed in Liverpool, and that's the first city they got to the UK in, and they went to work and they settled, and families, and it just made me feel an even bigger connection to the city and the club. Where do all these FSG fangirls come from? My back pocket. I fucking love it, honestly. I love knowing how many of their heads I'm in, and that every bit of their waking day is spent trying to undermine me and comment on me and watch my videos and profess. I swear, they profess to hate me, but I see more of them than I do my wife. Because they're fucking everywhere. I love it though. Genuinely. They're all such sad little weirdos. Not at all, Shane. They'll beat you or even draw. Just giving them credit because I admire them. I wish United were ran half as well as them. So I'm looking at it, Shane, thinking I wish Richard Hughes would start doing some of that work at Liverpool. But you're right, mate. For such a small club, they're definitely punching above their weight, and they're a credit to the league and to themselves, Bournemouth. I just don't understand the fear factor from a lot of Liverpool fans. It'll be a tough game, no doubt about that, but I'd back us to win. Stephen L said, can we sign Kirkes in time to play against Bournemouth? I mean, we could, but we won't. They're not selling him in January. So I wouldn't expect any movement there. Just keep doing what you do. F him, said Manny. I will, man, I will. And look, today I tried not to speak about the owners one bit. And people just keep coming into the chat commenting about it, and if they want to have a pop at me, I'll respond occasionally, but ultimately I'm a very happy Liverpool fan today because that was as close to a straightforward 90 minutes as we've had in a while. Hey Craig, well, I was wondering, since a long time since you were a Liverpool fan, what made you fall in love with the club? It was that game, the 2-0 loss to Arsenal, where Arsenal won the First Division title with that late goal. I found myself watching that match as my parents were having a few drinks and a meal with their friends, and I was in the living room watching it, and I just stumbled across the game. I swear it was on ITV, if my memory's right. And I was just spellbound by Anfield and the fans and them clapping off the Arsenal players, and I don't know why, but that night I just said, that's my team, off the back of a loss. Christian said, I effing love you. I'm here laughing so hard my tummy hurts. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Not going against you, Craig, bro, but anything can happen. So, again, you haven't heard me saying once that Liverpool are going to go and trash Bournemouth. All I've said is, I don't understand the fear. They had a great result today against a very good team in Nottingham Forest, and of course they'll get credit for that. I'm just saying there's a reason we're top of the league, and I believe if we go there and play to the best of our ability, we win the game. But I'm not expecting it to be easy, not at all. But yeah, I just don't hold fear. I don't hold fear of any team in the Premier League because I think Liverpool are the best team in it this season. But I understand it's a difficult away game, but we've had joy. The Vitality, over the years. And, usually when we play a team that play that kind of attacking in numbers type football, we can transition quickly, catch them on the break and catch them with their pants down a little bit. And normally in these open style games, we do very well in them. Some fans are just going with the herd. We dislike FSG, but they're not the worst owners. Simply ask them to add 2 players in some position. Exactly that. And I will reiterate over and over again, they're by far from the worst owners. They're just cheap. And that's what you've said is what we want, mate. A couple of signings every season. A couple of first team genuine signings. And then, you don't need to do much surgery after that. David said we shouldn't fear anyone being top of the Premier League. Exactly. We should be looking forward to it. It's a belter of a game. But you're right, no fear, man. No fear. Let's see what happens. So, by all the reckoning of all these other people, if we go to the Vitality and win next week, well, then everyone should just give us the league, right? And just give up. You know? And that's not going to happen either, is it? So, just take it one game at a time, as the old cliche goes. And the way I look at it is this, right? We've got a 6-point lead and a game in hand. And every game week that goes by, that gap isn't closed by Arsenal, Forest, City or whoever, is one less game week they get to close the gap anyway. And one game week closer to us being crowned Premier League champions. So the chances of the comebacks every week, in my mind I have a mental tick every time we win a game. Tick, one less chance for anybody to catch us. And every week as this goes along, that's how I feel about it. And really upbeat, looking forward to it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leg it and I'm going to do the player ratings video. Will be either back tonight with a stream or a video. I'm not sure which one yet. But one or the other. Will either be a live stream later on or a news video. Not sure which one just yet. So again, much love. Do let us know. We'll end the man of the match poll actually. Ooh, it was close. But with nearly 3,000 votes cast actually, the Anfield Agenda man of the match by a slim 3% was Dominic Szoboszlai. Second place, Cody Gakpo. Third place, Trent Alexander-Arnold. And last place, Alexis McAllister. So your Anfield Agenda man of the match is Dominic Szoboszlai with 44% of the vote. Still time to submit your player ratings if you haven't done that with the link in the top of the chat. And again, massive thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. A quick reminder, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with our code Anfield20 or by scanning the QR code. See you later. Much love. Thank you so much.